It is many people's dream to be a part of Disney, to star in a film that produces magic, or to kick ass alongside your favourite Avenger. As we know, there is many a star out there that hit it big with Disney back in the day of the infamous Mickey Mouse Club, or even on a Disney Channel original series. However, some blew it, and some will never be considered for a place amongst those beloved icons of our childhood. So today on Beyond the Screen, we're going to be counting down the top 10 actors Disney will never hire. Let's jump in. Coming in at 10, Nicolas Cage. Oh, Nick Cage. Who wronged you? Why are you the way you are? Why did you make The Wicker Man? I need the answers, please. There was a time back in the day when Cage was known by everyone, with the actor starring in huge films like Gone in 60 Seconds, National Treasure, Con Air, Leaving Las Vegas, Moonstruck, and Peggy Sue Got Married. However, he is now mostly popular for the memes floating around the internet. However, the last straw for the actor came when he appeared in the Disney action flick Ghost Rider. Yep, that's right, how could we ever forget Ghost Rider? I mean, come on, it was the hottest of trash. The film received a 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb and a very humble 27% on Rotten Tomatoes, with stellar reviews like, I quote, "The plot is as corny as a country and western song," and, I quote, "Best lines? Is this thing ever gonna end? Not even close. I sure wish this thing could have turned out different." Yup, not the greatest. His recent films haven't been huge hits, so it's doubtful Disney will ever want to recast this once big league actor. Coming in at 9, Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer is a hugely successful actor, there's no denying that. He's got some incredibly impressive credits, including Call Me By Your Name, Free Fire, The Lone Ranger, The Social Network, and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Not only that, but Hammer was also rumored to be in a number of upcoming superhero movies, all of which were DCEU. However, he has yet to appear in any comic book movie adaptation. Now, a reason for Disney not wanting to pursue that shining star is his lack of impulse control, particularly on social media, which resulted in him deleting Twitter after someone aired all of his dirty laundry, even stating that Hammer couldn't act, and that he was only in the industry because of his money. Now, it wasn't the biggest controversy to ever happen, but it certainly put Hammer in the limelight, and his reaction to the Twitter troll wasn't ideal, and certainly not Disney material, making it doubtful that we will ever see him in an upcoming movie for Disney. In at 8, ELIZA DUSHKU. Oh, ELIZA, the teen star from the early 2000s, made it big in the hearts of many when she starred in Bring It On, and of course, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. However, when Iron Man 2 rolled around, DUSHKU thought that she was the best choice for the role, resulting in her launching an internet campaign for the part in hopes that Disney would see it and hire her. Of course, it didn't happen, and the role instead went to Scarlett Johansson. Thank God. Now, there is no specific incident that would deter Disney from DUSHKU, however, she has yet to land a role with them, let alone in the MCU like she so desperately wants. Perhaps it's possible that Disney held some sort of vendetta against the actress, perhaps they were turned off by her internet campaign, we'll never know. Could just be because she's a actress, but that's just me. Coming in at 7, Shailene Woodley. Shailene Woodley is an Oscar-nominated actress and has starred in hugely successful films such as Fault in Our Stars, Divergent, Adrift, The Descendants, and of course the star-studded TV series Big Little Lies, my favourite. However, it was the franchise that made her that ended up hindering her career. In 2016, the sequel to Divergent was released, Allegiant, which bombed at the box office and received mostly negative reviews. Woodley was even supposed to star in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 alongside our next number, playing Mary Jane Watson. However, her scenes were axed. But thanks to HBO, Woodley is back in the big leagues alongside Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, Laura Dern, and others in Big Little Lies, but safe to say that Woodley isn't going to be starring in any Disney movies in the near future. Coming in at 6, Andrew Garfield. Honestly, after the mess that was The Amazing Spider-Man, I don't know why anyone, let alone Disney, would want to hire Andrew Garfield. Now, his performance isn't the worst thing to come out of Disney, by no means, but the Amazing Spider-Man franchise is definitely one that needs to be forgotten. It is by far the least relevant depiction of the web slinger, but his dreams of continuing on with the superhero quickly ended when Marvel reacquired the rights to Spider-Man, which resulted in the cancellation of 2 Amazing Spider-Man sequels. Honestly, thank God. They were awful. And Spidey was essentially recast with Tom Holland taking on the role instead, making his first appearance in Captain America Civil War. Now, the recasting could have been down to Disney wanting to cut ties with Sony, but it's most likely that they just didn't want Andrew Garfield, and it's doubtful that they will want to put him in anything moving forward. Nor should they. I don't like him. In at 5, Charlie Sheen. To be honest, it's not just Disney at this point, it's everyone. Sheen made his way into everyone's hearts and homes when he starred in the hit sitcom 2.5 Men. However, this is what drew the end of his very long-running career. The actor was notorious for having a less than ideal work ethic on set, as well as a poor reputation off of screen as well. However, back in 2011, Sheen went above and beyond with his bad antics, making headlines for substance abuse, domestic violence, and then following that, announcing that he was HIV positive, and knowing this continued to sleep with up to 200 people. This alone makes Sheen undesirable for Disney, and on top of that, it was reported that he also got actress Selma Blair fired from the film Anger Management after she made a comment about his poor behavior off set. Yep, it's doubtful that we'll be seeing Sheen in any big movie, let alone a Disney movie anytime soon. Coming in at 4, Lindsay Lohan. Lohan is yet another star on our list that made it big thanks to Disney, starring in films such as The Parent Trap, Herbie Fully Loaded, Get a Clue, Freaky Friday, and Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Yeah, quite an impressive list. Back in the early 2000s, everyone expected Lohan to hit the big leagues after the hugely successful film Mean Girls released back in 2004. However, success came just too fast for the young starlet and she fell very hard and very fast. She suffered a series of DUI arrests and possession charges back in 2006, with the actress entering rehab multiple times without success, resulting in her career ultimately coming to an end before it really even began. Now it's clear that she's still trying to get back into the game, but sadly that will never happen, and I think she's finally beginning to accept that, with her producing a reality show instead. So it's pretty clear Disney aren't going to be sending offers her way anytime soon, or ever. Coming in at 3, Kristen Stewart. Twilight star Kristen Stewart became a household name when she starred as Bella Swan in the successful movie franchise. However, it all went downhill for the rising star when she engaged in some not so Disney friendly exploits while filming the Disney film Snow White and the Huntsman. During this time she was in a very public relationship with Twilight co-star Robert Pattinson, which made her exploits with Huntsman director Rupert Sanders much more scandalous, as the actress was snapped by Paps cuddling and making out with the director, who was also married at the time. Yeah. So as you would expect, this did not go down with fans and did not go down well with the folks over at Disney. Now prior to this, Stewart had made claims that she would love to join the MCU and appear alongside Captain America, to prove to the world that she is more than Bella Swan. Well, we doubt that will be happening anytime soon. Not only is Disney steering clear of Stewart, but Captain America is likely about to bite the dust. Too bad, K-Stu, too bad. Coming in at 2, Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl is notorious for being a terrible actress to work with on and off screen. She made it big when she starred in the hit medical drama Grey's Anatomy, the same medical drama that she now on whenever she gets a chance. She is known for being a huge diva in the industry, demanding a ton of money, making the movie, and then bad-mouthing it like they did her wrong. Not only that, she also pulled out of an Emmy race after deeming the writing on Grey's Anatomy bad. Yes, the show that made her, the show that's still on the air, that show is bad, supposedly. I mean, I personally love it, but that's just me. The one thing that we know about Disney is that they're not a fan of ego and diva antics, much like we saw with Terrence Howard in Iron Man, who very quickly got the axe when he made some not so nice comments about Marvel Studios. It's hard to find Heigl in any big box office movies these days. Instead, she stars in critically panned movies like Jenny's Wedding. That was truly awful. So don't expect to see Heigl starring in any Disney live action remakes anytime soon. It's not gonna happen. Ever. And finally, coming in at number 1, Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf had his start on the Disney Channel when he starred in the hit TV series Even Stevens. The show catapulted LaBeouf into the limelight, and what followed were bigger roles and intense success, with the actor appearing in films like Holes, Transformers, and Indiana Jones. However, as we know, with such intense fame arriving in such a short amount of time, it can lead to an actor heading towards a downward spiral. And that's exactly what happened to Shia LaBeouf, who began to exhibit some very questionable behavior, which included getting arrested for trespassing at just 21 years of age. Sadly, that didn't stop him, and his erratic behavior only grew worse, with LaBeouf pulling odd stunts like showing up to a red carpet with a paper bag on his head that read, "I am not famous." Okay, chill out. The arrests also continued, as well as a performance art piece that definitely borders on illegality, which in turn brought into question LaBeouf's mental state. Safe to assume that Disney will be steering clear of the actor that they personally made famous, even if he no longer believes that is the case. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Were there any actors that we missed? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 2. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Beyond the Screen vid. Until next time, see you later.